We are going to discuss about filter a prefix list with distribution list. The prefix that are advertised by any routing protocol such as like OSPF, Eigrp, or RIP can be filtered. We can use the two ways. One is a route map, or one another way is a distribution list. In that, now we are going to discuss about distribution list. Now the distribution list can be applied for inbound as well as outbound. Wherever we need a scenario, we can do that filter. Take an example here. Let me do that. Router 1 connected to router. Here I have four subnets: 172.16.0.0/24, 172.16.0.1.0/24. Third subnet: 172.16.2.0/24, 172.16.3.0/24. We took the four subnets here. By using the distribution list, how we are going to filter this, let us discuss now. Okay, there are multiple ways. Okay, now by how we are going to inbound or outbound filter list, how we are going to filter the prefix list, the distribution list. Let us do the lab. Let me turn on my lab environment. My lab is taking time to turn on. My lab is on now. Let me we're going to use the two routers. For routers, we are going to use it R1 and R2. Let me connect R1 and R2. Now I'm going to use the Eigrp. Let us decide AS number also. Let AS number use 13. Eigrp AS number, we are going to use 13. Now I'm going to use 4 subnet here, 172, 16, 0.0 slash 24, 172, 16, so 1.0 slash 24, 172, 16, 2.0 slash 24, 172, 16, 3.0 slash 24. I'm going to use the 4 subnet here. Here, 192, 168, 13.0 slash 24. Not 13, 12. Router 1 and router 2. Here IP will be dot 1. Here IP will be dot 2. Let me turn on my devices now. We have turned on the devices. Let me do the basic configurations. Let me open the board, the routers. It will take few minutes to turn on. So it's powered up. Just wait. The router to come up. Router 2 it's taking time. Let us wait. Before that, let us prepare a configuration in Notepad. Router 1. Config T. Config T interface GI 0/0 IP address 192.168.12.1 255.255.255.0 no shut. And then router Eigrp 12. Take the AS number, we need to give router Eigrp AS number 12. And then no auto summary enter network 192.168.12.0. Okay, by default class C, okay, it will take it the /24 subnet mask. If you want to, you can also give the mask. We have to give wildcard mask here, but here it is a class C IP address. By default, it will take as a, if you're not giving also, it will take as a default subnet mask, which is /24. It will take. No need to give. Now router 2, so router 2 also we need to configure. Let us configure router 2. Here only change router 2. Again, we need to create some more loopbacks. Loopbacks, interface, loopback 0, IP address 172.16.0.0. You give 0.1, 255.255.255.0. If you 0.0, if you give, it will not take. Why? Because there is a network address. Interface loopback 1, interface loopback 2, interface loopback 3. There are 3 loopback we are going to create. I'll copy here, input here, same input here, I'll put here 1, 2, 3. There are 4 loopbacks. Okay, now I'm going to advertise this 4 network. You can advertise as a summary route also. Let me advertise as a summary network 172.16.0.0. I'm not giving auto summary. Okay, I'm summarizing myself. I know the subnet 0.0.3.255 means it is a 255.255.252.0. Means I'm giving as a /22 here. /22 means this all 4 will cover. Okay. Now I've given a summary route here to advertise all those 4 subnets. Now let us configure a router 1. Now enter. Now enter. It will take few minutes to come up. Let us wait. Enable conflicting. Let's copy paste here. Let me configure host name also. Router 1 Bangalore. Router 1 Bangalore. Let me save the configuration. Let us configure a router 2 as well. Host name router to Chennai. Let's copy paste the configuration. Now we have done the basic configuration. Now Eigrp will come up. Let me save the configuration. So it is Eigrp topology. We'll show all the topology. We'll discuss in detail about Eigrp in upcoming classes. Now just we'll enable the Eigrps. Eigrp is established. So IP Eigrp neighbor. For the side Eigrp is established. Now show IP route Eigrp. To give this, we could able to see all those 4 routes are getting advertised. All those 4 routes are getting advertised. Okay. Now let us apply the filter list. Okay. I don't want to receive this particular routes from Filter to Chennai. For that, I'm going to configure. For that, I'm going to configure. Let me configure access list first. Access list 1 deny 172.16. Okay. Let us see. Okay, I don't want to receive this. Anything. Okay, anything. Let us pick it up. 3.0. Okay. For this subnet mask is wildcard mask we have to give the standard access list. Enter. And then access list 1 permit any. If I miss this statement, by default implicit delay will happen. Okay, in access list, if you are giving a deny any IP, after the deny statement, at least you should permit something. If you failed to permit, then what will happen? By default, invisible implicit will take a place. Then it will restrict all the traffic. Now let us do that. Okay, what I'll do, I'll remove this access list permitted. We'll see what happens. Now show access list. What? Show access list. Oh, it is not showing. There's no complete access status. Show access list. Okay. So access list. Okay. If you see this, it will come as a run section access list. You may see IP standard access list 1 like that it will come. Now I have not permitted anything. Okay, only I'm doing denying it. Let us now before that show IP route Eigrp. All 4 routes are receiving it. Let me do the config T. Then outer Eigrp 13. Under the Eigrp instance, we have to do the distribution list. Okay, in the distribution list, what we are going to call? We can call prefixes, we can call prefix list, or we can call access list, all those things. Now I'm calling my access list. I can call the route map. Okay, I can call the prefix list, I can call the gateways, I can call the. Now I'm going to call the access list to what? In or out. Now, or who is sending here? So it is in. Okay, if I am sending from Bangalore, then out. Okay, I am receiving from Chennai. So in. Okay, I am applied this route map. So in. Okay, we have to specify the interface also. GI 0/0. So it is take will apply the precisely from that interface. Whatever is the coming, receiving it in it's coming, it will do the filtering. Now show IP AHRP router. Show IP route AHRP. Let us wait. It will take few minutes. Yes. Verify whether it is taken or not. Yes, interesting. Oh, sorry, my bad. Created. Oh, to enter this. I have mentioned as a 13 AS number, but I use while configuring we are used as a 12. Now we have applied for correctly. Okay, now we got the notification. There is something changes. Now you see here, we are not receiving any routes. Why? Because EGRP is up, but we are not receiving any routes because show access list. What the access list only we have denied. Okay, by default, the rest of the things will get denied. So what I am going to do, config the IP access list standard 120 permit any. I'm adding a 20 statement as a permit any. Show access list 1. Now there are two statements. One is deny statement, another is a permit statement. Deny will do the only deny the 3.0. The rest of the things will be get allowed. Now again we got that topology change notification. There is some neighbor update came neighbor change. Now let us see the AGRPs are. Let us verify the route. Now except 3.0, we have started receiving it. Whenever we are doing any troubleshooting in the routing protocols, see, for example, we need to see is there any filter is applied. Here I am showing a case is the EAGRP. In typical scenario, okay, if you're using the BGP as a routing protocol, then you have to see what is applied. See here now, I'm using the distribution list. In the distribution list for incoming traffic, I am controlling it. Okay, what controlling? Access list one and controlling. So immediately we have to show, we have to verify that show access list what. If I call the route map, I have to check as a show route map like that. Okay, those scenarios we'll see now. Okay, in some time we'll see it now. Now, for example, now show IP route AHRP. I am receiving three routes here 0, 1, 2. 3 I have restricted for inbound. Let us do outbound filter here. Config the router AHRP 1 2 distribution list again one here out. This I'm for outbound I'm doing. This I'm going to do for outbounding from here to here. While sending out, I'm not going to send this particular subnet. I'm doing a outbound filter here. Out GI 0/2. I'm using that particular interface. Let me data access list. Access list 139 172 16 0.0 0.0.0.255. Created another access list. Access list 1 permit any. The rest will get permitted. Show IP access list. What two access lists are created. Now let us go and see in router what we are receiving. Now see here what I have done here. Router 1 while receiving I have restricted for whatever getting in XR 172.16 3.0. I should receive all the things I said. Okay, I got 1, 2, 3. Here I made one rule with using the distribution list. I should not receive this. The rest I should allow it. Okay, I'm sending a 3. Okay, I have here restriction, so I'm not receiving here. Let me remove that restriction. Let's see. Router 1, I'm removing the restriction. Show run section Eigrp config T router Eigrp 12. No, this distribution list I'm removing it. So let us show IP Eigrp, show IP route Eigrp. Okay, now I will receive 1, 2, 3. 0 I will not receive. Why? Because 0 has restricted in R2. Now let us see what I am receiving it. See here, I am receiving 1, 2, 3. Now let me remove the restrictions here also. No router Eigrp 1, 2. No distribution list 1 out GI. I am removing the here also filter. Now what will happen? Now I will receive all the things. This is a very simple configuration, but while troubleshooting, okay, if you are not you fail to notice this distribution list, all those things, it will be time consuming for